Yo, it's your Dragon the Bistro here, and let's talk about Xbox's pro gamer move. And no, I don't mean it's pro gamers. WCCF Tech reports Xbox is putting everything behind Xbox Game Pass in 2025, making it its largest investment in Game Pass to date. And just so you know, this is September 2025. This isn't early in 2025. So, that being said, let's continue on here. Xbox Game Pass has been a hot topic since its launch in 2017, sometimes for positive reasons, though increasingly for negative or, at the very least, mixed reasons. For all its trials and tribulations, though, Microsoft and Xbox puts itself on Game Pass path and has shown no signs of wanting to pivot. In fact, according to ID at Xbox in 2025, Microsoft and Xbox are putting more behind Game Pass than ever before. In an interview with Eurogamer, head of Xbox's ID at Xbox program, Chris Charla spoke about how Xbox is investing more in Game Pass in 2025 than it ever has. The majority of partners who've had a game in Game Pass want to bring their future titles to the service, Charla said. As a result, we signed deals with more than 150 partners to expand the catalog. We continue to engage with hundreds of partners each year to review upcoming titles. Last year, we worked with over 500 teams to sign off for their first Game Pass deal. This year marks our largest investment in Game Pass to date, and remain focused on delivering the most exciting and diverse catalog in gaming. All things considered, it's not surprising to see Microsoft continue to double down on Xbox Game Pass, despite numerous comments from multiple former Xbox Studios developers, analyst reports, and examples we've seen on just how much Xbox is putting into every game it brings to the service. The latest financial reports from Microsoft shows that Xbox revenue is growing. Game Pass brings in about $5 billion a year, according to Microsoft. It may have deeper ramifications for industry and games on the service, as has been pointed out several times, but you're hard-pressed to find a time when Microsoft was more concerned about the deeper cultural ramifications of an area of its business than how well the business was performing on its bank sheet. The future of Xbox platform has been tied to Xbox Game Pass since 2017, and at least in the future doesn't look like it's going to change. Now here's one of the things I'm going to point out. While I can also point out the fact that with Game Pass, it's semi-good for gamers because you're paying $5 to play a game, but it's kind of like going to Blockbuster back in the day. You're renting a video game. You're renting a license. You play as long as you have a Game Pass membership. You can play the game. You have access to that game, but you're not owning that game. I can point out many times here, but also when it comes to this, is that because they're not selling it at a full price, they're just renting the property. A lot of titles, if not every title, will lose about 80% of their sales revenue, the sales they need to make the game, when they go to Game Pass. But that's what Microsoft wants. That's what some of these developers want, because they can own their IPs or titles, and they can control how gamers can access the game in certain cases. I mean, right now, I'm pretty sure that if you have Game Pass, you can probably still mod it, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that because I've never tested that out. If you have, go ahead and put it in the comments below and let me know, so I can take a look into it. But I'm not usually a person who plays with Game Pass. But yeah, the major issue is that you're going to lose a lot of revenue, and that's what they're hinting. Like, we'll have to see. It's a bold move, Carrot Top, right? It's a bold move, Carrot Top. Let's see how it plays out. For Xbox, this might be good, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see in later years companies shut down or pull themselves out of the Game Pass in favor of digital copies, or hopefully one day hard copies. Again, I would love to see physical copies make a comeback, because everybody should be able to play their games and have access to those games, even if certain sites shut down or companies shut down. It should still be accessible. But what are your thoughts? Put your comments below, and as always, happy gaming.
Worlds clash in endless collision. Gaming news with a fierce precision. With a spark so wild it breaks the norm. In the tempest eye, a cyberstorm. crowd. Psychotic dragon ready